If your idea of a lab experiment is just bubbling beakers and colorful chemicals swirling in glass tubes, you're in for a surprise. Science has moved far beyond the classic image of mad scientists mixing potions. Today's labs are pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible, venturing into the very building blocks of life itself. In a jaw-dropping leap, scientists have managed to grow what's called a whole-brain organoid in a dish. Yes, you heard that right. A miniaturized version of a human brain created entirely in the lab. This isn't science fiction, it's happening right now, and it's changing everything we know about neuroscience. Let's break down what this means for the future of science, medicine, and even our understanding of ourselves. First, what exactly is a brain organoid, and why is this such a big deal? Imagine a tiny simplified brain, grown from human stem cells, that scientists use as a stand-in for the real thing. These organoids are like miniature laboratories, allowing researchers to study the brain's development, function, and diseases in ways that were never possible before. Until recently, though, these mini-brains were missing some of the most important features of a real brain. But now, scientists have made a game-changing breakthrough. They've managed to create a whole-brain organoid with multiple distinct regions, almost like assembling a brain out of Lego bricks but on a microscopic scale. Each region mimics a different part of the human brain, and for the first time, these regions can actually interact with each other. This means that, inside a petri dish, scientists can now observe how different brain zones communicate, synchronize, and even malfunction, just like in a real human brain. It's a window into the most complex organ in the universe, all from the safety of a lab bench. So how did they pull off this incredible feat? It took a combination of cutting-edge stem cell technology, advanced bioengineering, and a deep understanding of how the brain develops. By carefully guiding stem cells with specific signals and nutrients, researchers nudged them to form different brain zones, each with its own unique structure and function. The real magic happened when these zones started to connect and communicate, forming networks that resemble those in a real brain. This is a huge leap forward because it means scientists can now study not just isolated brain cells, but the complex interactions that give rise to thought, memory, and even consciousness. Why does this matter so much? For the first time ever, doctors and researchers can watch brain regions interact in real time, model devastating diseases like Alzheimer's and epilepsy, and safely test new drugs, all without putting a single human life at risk. It's a revolution in how we study the brain and develop treatments for neurological disorders. Imagine being able to solve the mysteries of memory loss, autism, or even mental illness, all by observing what happens in a dish. Scientists can now simulate disease progression, test how different drugs affect brain activity, and even personalize treatments based on a patient's own cells. The possibilities are almost limitless. We're talking about a future where we can unlock the secrets of the mind, understand what goes wrong in brain diseases, and maybe even discover how consciousness itself emerges from simple cells. Of course, with such groundbreaking advances come big ethical questions. Could these organoids ever feel pain? Is there a chance they could become conscious, even in a limited way? Scientists are treading very carefully, consulting ethicists and setting strict guidelines to make sure we explore these frontiers responsibly. The scientific community is moving forward with caution, but also with excitement. The potential benefits are enormous, from curing brain diseases to understanding what makes us human. We're only at the beginning of this journey, and the discoveries ahead could change everything. So, if you're fascinated by the mysteries of the mind and the future of science, hit like and subscribe for more mind-blowing discoveries, because the next big breakthrough in neuroscience could be just around the corner.